So my name is Nabil ElDib. I am currently a realtor at Davies, and prior to that I stood in a trading pit in Chicago for about 20 years as a trader, and so I have a background in the financial world. So I'm born in Zurich, Switzerland. My parents were both, my father was Egyptian, my mother was half Belgian, half Egyptian. We immigrated to the States when I was 3 years old and lived in Massachusetts and in Illinois. And when I was in 5th grade, my parents took a job in Kuwait, and I went to Kuwait and lived there till my senior year of high school. And then my mother and I moved back here to the States while my dad finished his contract there. And so I've been back in the States since 1985. So I moved here, the school that I went to in Kuwait was a private American school that had maybe 50 kids in a class, and the high school that I went to here had I graduated with like maybe 1,200 kids, and it was just overwhelming, the chaos in the hallways, and it was just such an adjustment. So we actually had to leave Kuwait because Kuwait was bombed by Iraq back then, and it was not safe. And so my mother and I came back while my dad finished his contract. I don't know how long my parents would have stayed there if it wasn't for that, but that was the real culprit to bring us back. So I was approached by somebody from the museum that had history with it, and via my background and international background, they asked me to come and see the museum. And once I came to the museum, I did fall in love with just the idea of the message and wanting to share that with our community up here, and that's basically how I got involved with the museum. So I think the museum has opened some eyes for some people that didn't realize some things of the world, and it has been a great addition to our community. Our small community is becoming bigger, and this is one of the treats that we have in our area that shows people other parts of the world, which is, there's always things to learn from other parts of the world. So living in Kuwait, I miss the simplicity of things, different times then obviously, but life was simpler, and we had one FM radio station, we had 2 TV channels that were only available in the evenings, and there was this international flair living there that everybody was from somewhere else. I've traveled quite a bit. I've done most of Europe, and I've done parts of Africa, Egypt, because family from there. But I'd love to go to Australia. I've never been there, and I'd love to go see it there. Come see the museum. The museum is fantastic, and it's inspirational, and it's just a great place, and it's right here in your backyard. Come see us.